G'day, welcome back to the Lion Lawn. Thanks for joining me for another video. Just a short one today, just a quick mow and tidy up and a bit of a progress update on the rear lawn since I did the renovation about 4 or 5 weeks ago. If you haven't seen the renovation video, I'll put a card to that somewhere. You can click on that and go and have a look. It wasn't a full reno, it wasn't anything crazy. I just took as much of the leaf off as I could and used the Allet Liberty and the Ryobi Scarifier to get out all the thatch and scarifyings as I could. And it certainly was definitely needed because it's nice to see the lawn is now back to its regular self. There's not much thatch under there, and the leaf's nice and thin and fine and soft. It was a really good time to do it, I think, because we've had really good weather since then, so it's worked in my favour for once. I put down a pretty good granular fert, and since then I've done an Activate Mate application, which I'll probably do another one of those today. Maybe I think it's due for another one. Yeah, it's looking really good out there. I think I've got the timing pretty well spot on this year, which is good. So it should be nice for when we have all the family here at Christmas time. So today I'll just take you out, show you what it's come back like, and then we'll put a mow on and that'll be about it. So alright, let's go and have a look. I'm not sure if it's translating through to the camera or not, but the colour is just absolutely mental at the moment. It's such a nice green. It's nice and deep and green. So have a quick look around, and I'll show you some of the spots that came back really nice and some that I'm still working on. So you can see there's some different colours out there. Some a bit greener than others, and I think that's partly to do with the fact that my fert application wasn't exactly as even as I'd like it to be, but also there's some thicker bits out there that still have a little bit of matting underneath that I couldn't really dig out with the tools that I had. So, but it is looking really good. I think with a mow on today it'll look really nice. Over here under the steps, I'll take you around there. I had to give it another hit with actually I'll bring it down and I'll show you. So you can see there's still some pretty thick runners in there, and I'm back to dirt. I used the Ryobi Garden Edger and used it to cut through those runners like a verticutter would, because they just weren't coming up. They were just that thick, and that's Kikuyu down to the bone. I think it's exactly how it performs when it's left under heavy rain and not really looked after for the winter period. So chop them out, so there's still a bit of recovery going on there, but other than that I'm very happy with how it's going. So I'm going to go and fire up the Liberty and see if we can't put some stripes down. Out of petrol. It was the right call on the catcher. My favourite thing, fluffy clippings. Three rows in and those stripes are starting to look pretty good. Pretty good, pretty bloody good, I reckon. Let's have a look. It's always better from up here. Let's have a look. Whew. do you reckon? Four weeks after, 4.5 weeks after Reno. Not bloody bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That's looking pretty good. Now, I'll do the edges because they look pretty crappy. The roundup along the colour-bond fence seems to have done the trick. I just got to get in there and pull all the dead stuff out now and then keep onto that because, man, I was sick of just ripping whippersnipper line off on that colour-bond fence. The sound of it, the look of it was all just wrong. So I'm going to get in there and rip that out. But in the meantime, I'll use everybody's favourite lawn tool, the rotary scissors. They're noisy. They're noisy things. So what I'm going to do is put my work tunes back on. The cylinder mower is fine. It's not noisy enough to even bother me, but these are noisy, so I may as well listen to some music. And on that, I've been meaning to put on here for a little while. If you're interested in a new playlist, if you're a Spotify user, I have two that I listen to. The first one is just called Line Lawn. That's a little bit. And then the other one is called Line Lawn Sunday Session, which is a little bit. So feel free to search them up and subscribe to them if you're into that sort of music. I listen to them on here while I'm doing the mowing, which is why sometimes the lines get a little bit wavy, sometimes the lines are jagged. So anyway, I'll pop these on and do the edges. Righto, looking pretty good, I reckon. What do you think? Starting to look pretty sharp, so I'm very happy with that. Happy with how the recovery's going from the Reno. Happy with how the fertiliser is activated. The Activate Mate from Plant Doctor certainly doing its thing, which is great. But yeah, other than that, that's a bit glary, sorry about that. Other than that, mate, she's on track. She's on track. It laid down some nice stripes. I still got to do a little bit more work in the garden beds, but I want to redo my irrigation and get that down lower. That's the next job on the list. And then later, hopefully this week or next week, I've got a video that I'm going to do comparing the scarifying cartridge, well, dethatching / scarifying. So this jobby, the tine loaded one, Ryobi have just finally released in Australia the attachment of this for that scarifier that I've got. So I've got my hands on one of those, so I'm going to compare what a cylinder machine version is like compared to the Ryobi version, because it may save you some money, or it may work out being that you're better off buying something like this. So that's a video I'm going to hopefully do later this week. I'll get that out for you next week with any luck. Other than that, I'm going to do some spraying now, but I'm not going to film that because it's hot and sweaty and the video is probably long enough already. So thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Give it a thumbs up if it's content that you're interested in. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and I'm always pretty active in there replying to people. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.